What the fuck is up, guys? I'm back. I'm playing Battlefront 2, and I'm going to be talking about my review of The Last Jedi. Alright, yeah, let's do that's like 2 years late, yeah, I know. But I just watched it pretty recently, and I've been trying not to watch it just because I feel like I just let I don't know, I feel like I let everyone just sway my opinion on it before I even watched the damn shit. So I watched it maybe like 5 days ago or something like that. And I watched it, and to be honest, dude, that shit's pretty good, man. It's pretty fucking solid, and I think it gets way too much of a bad rap, or whatever the fuck it is, bad rap. I don't even know what the fuck they call it. Too much of a bad rap, and I feel like for no fucking reason. So yeah, there's some social justice shit, but I feel like they do a good job in stopping it, or in kind of like combating it within their own fucking within their own movie. Which is kind of weird to say, and I've honestly never seen that in a movie. I mean, granted, I don't really watch that many movies, but yeah, pretty, I don't know, pretty good, I'd say. So, yeah, they're like, you guys are probably like, oh, what the fuck, you like that movie? It's like, yeah, I actually do like it, and people wanna, say, oh, fucking, they raise and marry Sue and all this shit like that, and it's like, yes and no, because yeah, she's able to do the good things, but I feel like they made like it's kind of like a polarity or whatever of Kylo Ren and Rey. Like or I should say Kylo Ren is pretty fucking powerful. Like probably, I would say like the most powerful fucking Sith in the universe at that time, right? And to combat it, I guess the Force produced Rey. All right. Produce Rey, which she doesn't know that she knows she has the Force, all this shit like that until like later on in her fucking life. And yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense that she would be so fucking powerful, whatever. And yeah, and I feel like it just there's not enough good criticism on that. I feel like they did a good job in balancing, because the Force is about balance, and they balanced it out. You got fucking Snoke or whatever, obviously doing whatever the fuck he's doing, all right, but you got Rey and probably Luke in some sense. Everything, I feel like everything's balanced in a way. So anyway, beyond that, people also want to say with the earlier movies. Let me just bring up the earlier movies first, and then we can transition into my opinion on this shit. So in the earlier movies, yeah, like she comes out of nowhere and fucking takes down this guy who's been fucking studying the ways of the Force for forever. But I feel like that's just how the Force works within itself. Like when there's power like that, there has to be another match of power. And so and yeah, and another thing is that Finn in the beginning, like the first, what was it called? The Rise of the fucking Return of the Force or something like that. The Force Awakens. And so in the Force Awakens, I really didn't like Finn. I thought he was a fucking coward. I thought I didn't like how the way you played, the way you present himself. I didn't really like that. But in The Last Jedi, he does pretty fucking. I think they did a really good job on fixing his character. I really feel like they fixed him. He's more brave. There's not that cowardliness you saw before. Maybe that's just due to the fact that he's like developing his character. Yeah, he's like he developed as a character. And also, I'm honestly just a big fan of fucking Kylo Ren and shit. Yeah, people say he's an angsty teen or whatever. I mean, yeah, he's pretty fucking young, and we get a backstory on him and dude, honestly, like what you show Luke's bad side, which that shit was pretty fucking wild too, man. Like imagine being like, dude, Luke said he was that legend, right? And being that legend, that your fucking ego got to you. And yeah, he was subject to his fucking ego. And you can honestly say the dark side was fucking influencing him as well. Like he didn't want anyone to challenge his power, or challenge his power. And I mean, I guess in his sense, he saw the evil and he was trying to stop the evil, which it kind of goes with like the old Jedi-ness, but also not really, because the Jedi don't. The Jedi's not gonna fucking kill a fucking youngling, I guess you could say, or a Padawan, or where the fuck he was. Pretty good on that, and I really like Luke too. fucking Mark Hamill said he don't like the Luke. You know what happened that this guy fucking abandoned the Force and shit like that. It's like, well, this motherfucker literally, he fucking brought himself to the dark side. Like the dark side fucking got to him. And yeah, he almost fucking killed a motherfucker. So I definitely think that'd be enough to turn a lot of people, against what they, I don't know, what they thought, what they believed. And just their training and shit. I remember watching this video and like, oh yeah, her fucking Rey's tactics were fucking bad and shit like that. I mean, sure you can say her fucking tactics are bad or whatever, but I mean, these fucking movies are not gonna be fucking perfect. And I think it's just another thing just to keep in mind is that, yeah, this is Disney doing it, so they kind of have to fucking pander to the kids, which, if you saw my last video, like, we can't be pandering to the kids, but, that's the way this fucking, this company is going. So, sometimes it's just, you just do shit because it's flashy, and the point I'm trying to bring up here is that the scene in the throne room with Snoke and all this shit where they're fighting I guess the royal guards or whatever, and and they had, I guess, bad fucking choreograph, whatever the fuck you call it, and she was supposed to, one of the royal guards or whatever, like, was supposed to hit her at some point but missed. Just like, man, that's not small shit, dude. That's not. And that's one of the things, just give the movie a bad rep, which I don't fucking like that. It was so unwarranted. I really think so. And another thing, I thought was really good as well is just like, I feel like the First Order was portrayed pretty fucking well in this movie too. I really liked it. What they miss in this, and like in this game or whatever, yeah, they don't. This game doesn't do justice to the First Order feels like, or what they're supposed to be. But I feel like they're really portrayed very well there. And I remember people were giving the fucking the Battle of Crate like bad. I'm honestly just gonna go through and just fucking and just tell you guys like what this bad rep, where they're getting a fucking bad rep on, and just tell you, pretty much debunk it, I'd say. Because like I said before, it's just fucking unwarranted. The movie's fucking good, alright? And if you haven't seen it, I recommend fucking seeing it. It's Star Wars, alright? Not the fucking Star Wars that we saw before, but it's fucking Star Wars. It definitely is. And yeah, so let me go into this. I kind of don't even remember the story at this point. I should have made a video as soon as I saw it. But the fucking Poe Dameron and all the fucking other people, whatever, they're stuck on the fucking the rebellion ship, and they have to steal. I don't know, they have to fucking find a way to get into the Imperial main cruiser, I guess you could say, in order to infiltrate and then stop the tracking because they're tracking all the rebel ships. Stop the tracking in order to jump into hyperspace without being tracked. And yeah, so I think Finn and Rose, surprisingly fucking Rose. Dude, I remember watching those fucking videos online. I was like, dude, I fucking hate Rose, and I haven't even seen the fucking video. But dude, she doesn't do that bad. Alright, she doesn't do fucking bad. And but I gotta admit though, when she like crashed into fucking Finn in the end, and I'm gonna fucking spoil this shit, so fucking, oh well, it's already been fucking spoiled. It's 2 years past, so you should have already watched the damn shit. So yeah, they gotta find a way to fucking stop the tracking, whatever. So they escape with Rose, and they go to, I can't remember the planet, but they go to this gambling planet, which I think was pretty good as well, man. I gotta say, I fucking liked it. That casino, the casinos type shit, and they added that alien shit to it. Like they added what's good about casinos or whatever, like the vibes, and then they just made it better. They put that fucking Star Wars flair to it, and I liked it. Actually, and before that, dude, before all of this, I just want to say how good, even with kind of social justice shit in the background, and I really wouldn't say social justice shit, because it's the the rebellions. So they use everyone they can, females, fucking aliens, fucking whatever the fuck they do. And so in that fucking scene where they're escaping, oh man, that shit was so fucking fire. That shit was absolute fire. That fucking Star Wars, dude, I just fucking love Star Wars battles. That shit is so fucking cool. But that shit was fire in that when they're bombing the fucking dreadnought. Oh shit, that shit was fucking good. And when that chick, she was the last person alive on that fucking last bomber, and she trusts in the Force, and then she was able to kick down the fucking thing, set off the bombs. Oh man, that shit, hell yeah, dude. Oh man, and Poe Dameron, dude, I remember I didn't like him because he was so fucking, it's that unnecessary comedy in the first movie, but in this one, I feel like they definitely fucking fixed him, and they gave him that fucking charisma, and he was, oh man, and when he fucking he took that purple hair bitch out of the command, dude, that shit was fucking, that shit was fucking cool, dude. I was like, man, I fucking hate this bitch, and then they do a fucking a mutiny on this motherfucker. And then, dude, she has the audacity to fucking fire, I don't know, that disabling fucking blaster bolt. I was like, what? And they definitely had me on my feels, I guess you could say, on my feels with like all the scenes where they, you could tell they're trying to invoke that stuff. Then, they had me feeling that shit, cause that shit was good. Like going back to the bomber scene in the beginning, that last bomber, you felt that, the urgency, and that's why I like the urgency of this fucking bomber needs to drop these bombs, or otherwise this mission's a failure, and Poe Dameron is definitely going to the fucking brig, and like, dude, this shit's all fucking, you felt that intensity, and you definitely felt, like they're about to succeed in this shit, but like you can definitely feel like, dude, this shit could get shot down any second, and you're on your toes, hoping this fucking chick doesn't get shot. So yeah, let's go on. Let's continue on with the story. And so they find the code brick or whatever. And I thought, to be honest, for some reason I thought the code brick was gonna be like Lando or some shit. I don't know. Maybe too many videos on YouTube fucked up my my timeline on this movie. But I thought they were looking for like Lando or whatever, because he had like the red fucking, I don't know, the button or whatever hell it was, the red button. So I thought they were looking for Lando, and they were trying to look for that guy, and they saw him, and it was some guy. He was with like a white cloak, and he was gambling, whatever. And you definitely didn't think they were gonna find the code breaker in the jail. And I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen when they were in jail too. I was like, how the fuck are they gonna break out? And then finding the code breaker. But even then, I didn't really trust this code breaker. I was like, I don't think this is him. And you could definitely feel that. Finn and Rose didn't think this was the fucking code breaker too, and he's definitely gave some close calls as well. And just like just as you expect, right? It's like this fucking dude, or the Star Wars universe is a pretty rough place, man. And you get what you get, man. And when they finally get his ass and they finally put him to work. When the time came, whether he's gonna get prosecuted or he's gonna fucking help the First Order. He helped the First Order. He got paid a good bit. And to be honest, man, like, I don't, you ain't picking sides. This guy really, he doesn't give a fuck what happens to the fucking galaxy. Like, this guy still needs to survive. So he took that pay, and which is honestly, it is expected. Like, you found this guy to fucking jail. Like, what did he do to get in jail? And why hasn't he broken out yet? So I don't know. And then yeah, they should have just known, like, him asking for pay and shit like that. It's like, this guy isn't like the best morally. But yeah, and another thing I just didn't like was the Leia's leadership here. I just was one of the main things is that they I feel like they fucked her up. They kind of, she's a fucking general, whatever, and I just didn't like her decision making. Yeah, like she fucking slapped Poe Dameron for taking out that dreadnought. But dude, imagine, let's say this shit, dude. Imagine, they're fucking jumping hyperspace, they're getting tracked again, right? And they had that fucking dreadnought. Like, that dreadnought would have fucked up everyone, right? So thank God fucking Poe Dameron took down that fucking dreadnought, So it's that small shit, and like, you know, maybe, and I mean that's pretty much her decision making. But her as a character, I think her as a character is fine. Like, she turned into that mother character, which I don't know, ain't no mother supposed to be being a fucking general and shit. But yeah, she definitely had that motherly instance to her, and also just surprisingly as well, that fucking purple haired bitch. Her plan was actually good. You know, people were shitting on her plan. It was like, oh, her plan is to fucking run out all the goddamn like fucking burn all the fucking fuel, and then, you know, and then use the Star Cruiser as a goddamn fucking cannon to fucking slice the fleet in half, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, yeah, I didn't like her as a character, but that plan was definitely fucking good. Like, you know, they made it to the planet fine, all right. You know, she went down with the ship, which is definitely fucking noble. And yeah, I wouldn't, to be honest, I wouldn't even have thought that she would have been that noble character. She went down with the ship, and yeah, and I just feel like it's a collection of everyone's just individual role, which gave the Alliance the success. And people want to say, oh, fucking, you know, hyperspace has never, you were never able to use that shit as hyperspace, because everyone would have fucking, you know, used their space shit as a missile or whatever the hell. It's that pretty much battering ram. It's like everyone was like, well, you know, if you guys were fucking paying attention to begin with, dude, this was, you know, you weren't able to track through hyperspace, or everyone knew that shit, and even fucking Rose knew that shit. Goddamn it. And they're like, what? We're able to track through hyperspace? It's like, yeah, because this is a time period where, technology is advancing. And I remember watching a video about Star Wars technology advances pretty slowly, and they discovered shit, and so they discovered how to track through hyperspace. But apparently, I guess they discovered how, or it was some way to do it in order to use hyperspace as a weapon. So I don't know. It's dude, fucking anything's fucking possible, dude. And I'm not gonna fucking hold all that fucking technology shit against them, cause I don't know, man. I ain't no fucking Star Wars geek or whatever. Like, I know enough, but I'm not gonna hold that shit against them, because new shit always arises, right? And you can't go by the same shit over and over again, which is ironic, because, you know, apparently people say like this shit's like a ripoff of The Last Jedi, or whatever the hell, like the trilogy's just remade or whatever. Anyway, another thing that surprised me was, before I watched the video, I was like, huh, I didn't know Yoda's Force Ghost was gonna be in this fucking movie. Which, honestly, that shit was, I never thought I'd say I'd love to see Yoda, dude. But damn, man, seeing Yoda, and they made him look like a doll. I'm usually not a fan of like that fucking dollish look, but it's just that nostalgia, dude. It's that nostalgia, and I enjoyed that too, and I feel like Yoda actually gave like real advice to Luke, and that shit, I fucking loved it. And yeah, because I don't know what Luke has been through or whatever, but oh shit, it's fucking Kylo. I'm not sure of like the complete Luke history or whatever, but I guess he was incomplete as a master. And dude, even Master's passing on that information or whatever, and you know, he was so tied on to his past that he wasn't able to I guess evolve as a teacher. And so, you know, Yoda came in when he was about to burn his fucking shit, and he was like, Luke, what are you doing? And Luke was like, I'm about to fucking burn this shit. And then Yoda was like, and then Luke goes up there with this fucking torch, and then he doesn't fucking burn it, and then fucking, I'm pretty sure it looked like Yoda, like, what, snapped his finger? I can't even remember at this point, but he pretty much fucking struck lightning down on that shit, and he burned it himself. And it just speaks volumes to what Yoda went through, what Yoda learned, even through a fucking Force Ghost. Like, he knew the Jedi were gonna die. And then that's another thing as well. Luke was like, it's time for the Jedi to end. And Yoda explains later on that these texts, like, there's no point of going through these texts because everyone knows the text. So why are you holding on to this text when this shit's old, man? This shit's old news. All the Jedi have already fucking learned it, and we've gone past this shit. So it's just a metaphor for Luke's past as well. He's holding on to this idea, and the Jedi are not what they are before, and it takes a Jedi to take down a Sith. So fucking Rey came out, and it's not a traditional Jedi too, not a traditional Jedi. Fucking takes down Kylo Ren, or they both join forces. Okay, pretty much power trying to balance each other. And let's see if I can jog my memory real quick. Oh yeah, and then we get the scene where Luke is meditating, and we don't know what he's doing at the time, but he's meditating, and it turns out that he's projecting his Force ghost. All right, so it's kind of like he's bringing his soul. All right, he's bringing his soul. Like the amount of power this guy has. Like Luke, just people don't like Mark Hamill. Don't like Luke, dude. I fucking love Luke. And I didn't like Luke before, but I learned to like Luke. And dude, this whole Luke's fucking character in this shit is just, I think it's fucking spot on. To be honest with you, I think this shit's fucking spot on. And he knows he's gonna fucking die. He knows he's gonna fucking die because he's a fucking master. He knows when he projects his ghost, he's gonna die after this shit. So, just it speaks volumes. He's giving up his soul in order to spark that fucking, give the spark to ignite the rebellion, or ignite the fire that'll take down the First Order. So he knows he's gonna die. All right, and dude, I mean, from what it seems like, he could project his soul, his Force ghost soul, whatever the fuck you want to call it, man. But he could project it as long as he wanted, because, dude, this guy was gonna delay the fucking First Order until until I guess Rey arrived and moved the rocks or what the fuck. Yeah, and another thing as well was when fucking Kylo Ren and Luke finally fucking reunited or met each other. I was like, dude. He was like, what's gonna fucking happen, dude? And this guy, dude, fucking Luke just running fucking laps around this motherfucker, dude. This guy's running laps on him. And it's like the same thing that Obi-Wan did. Like, this guy knew he was gonna die, and he projected his fucking soul or whatever, and he became a Force ghost. Anyway, so fucking Luke projects himself. Alright, he shows up, and this motherfucker's in the middle of the battlefield. And Kylo sees this guy, and he's all the might of the First Order. And keep in mind that he's the supreme leader at this point, dude. Like, yeah, these fucking officers can say what they can be the fucking Grand Moff or whatever they call it. I don't know what the fuck they call it, but pretty much the supreme general. Right? So he's a supreme general, but then there's a supreme leader, and this guy has the power of the fucking Force. So you can't do it. Doesn't even matter what. It doesn't matter what the fucking human, I guess you could say, even thinks, because the fucking Sith Lord is gonna fuck him up regardless. And dude, time and time again, that fucking ginger ass gets his fucking ass choked and thrown around and blah blah blah. Anyway, so they're in that fucking AT whatever T, and they look at him, and oh my god, fucking Kylo's probably fucking about to shit himself, but also like probably elate. He's like, oh, fucking direct all fire at that fucking man. And then they fucking point to him, fire, and then this motherfucker bloom 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 bloom, and that special effects, dude, that shit is fucking nice, man. That shit is fucking hella nice. Boom 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 boom. And I mean, I guess the only gripe I would even have about this scene is that it's kind of cheesy when you brush it off, but it's whatever, man. It's fucking Disney. Anyway, so he's fucking bloom 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 bloom, and then the ginger guy, he's like, stop, or enough, or what the fuck he says, and they fucking, the dust settles, dude. and this guy's still fucking there. And then Kylo Ren is like, fuck, dude. You know, cause dude, Kylo Ren hasn't like faced Luke. He hasn't faced a fucking Jedi Master. Keep in mind, like, yeah, Rey's powerful or whatever, but he hasn't faced someone who's fucking in tune with the Force, who has a full understanding of what the Force is. So he goes down there, and he's like, "You're gonna fucking apologize or some shit like that." And yeah, so they start fucking fighting, and he's just running laps around this motherfucker. Anyway, so yeah, and they're fucking fighting, whatever, and he ends up apologizing, and he admits that it's his fault, that it's Luke's fault that this guy fucking turned. And, you know, he fucking does what Obi-Wan did. He fucking pretty much, I guess, fucking accepts his fate in his death, and fucking Kylo fucking strikes him down, or, I mean, I guess you could say she striked him down. And boom, he disappears. Or no, he fucking cuts through him and nothing happens. And then after that, then he fucking cuts him again and he disappears. Or stabs him, or what the fuck, man. Dude, I'm not fucking, I don't remember this movie that well, but I remember enough. And yeah, and fucking, you know, they pretty much realize it's a fucking delay. And the First Order goes in, and these motherfuckers are gone. And another thing I just want to touch on is when Luke, you know, fucking pretty much make physical contact with Leia. And people wanted to say, like, oh, how the fuck do you touch her, and how do you do all this shit? I was like, dude, it's because I'm pretty sure he could decide when he's physical and when he's not physical. And yeah, sure, you could say all this shit about, it's not accurate, it's not this, we've never seen that before, blah blah blah. Well, guess what, motherfucker? They decide what happens in the Star Wars universe, and this motherfucker, whoever decided it, man, they decide that this is the way it's gonna fucking be. And yeah, it makes contact with her, and it was really heartwarming to see them together again. Definitely heartwarming. It's like I'm probably forgetting some shit. Oh yeah, fucking Finn fights Captain Phasma, and there's one thing. It's like, dude, is Captain Phasma a fucking male or female, dude? Because that fucking the goddamn dude, that voice makes him sound like a chick. But then when she got sliced in the face, the eye looked like a male. So I don't know, but yeah, Finn, dude, they've turned around Finn, and I like Finn as a character. But anyway, that's my review, and I mean, hopefully I inspire you guys to watch the movie. It's not even really a review. I just kind of talked about it. Which, dude, these videos are whatever the hell I want it to be, and I just do what the fuck I want. So yeah, I went through the whole thing. I tell you my opinions on it, and I just want to dispel all the fucking shit that people want to say about it. Unwarranted ass fucking criticism. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I might add like anything I think I missed, probably like after. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy this shit. Definitely more to come, and I'll see you guys in the fucking next one. Peace.